Alright, so I'm here Tibbetts TV. Tibbetts, I saw your video where you were defending me, and then you turn around and attack me. What the fuck, man? First you defend me by saying that not everything is as it seems with the trolls, and you're right about that. But then you turn around and say that I'm a predator. And then you mention these two 17-year-olds. What 17-year-olds, mother? There were no 17-year-olds. Every single person that did what they did was a grown-ass adult, you stupid. And maybe if you actually shut your mouth and actually take shots at Music Biz Marty and expose him and actually ask him what the legitimate, real reason was for him targeting me and doing what he did, you might get some answers. Don't you find it funny how 1 minute I'm living a normal life? You know, I'm living a totally normal life, not bothering nobody, doing my job as a content creator, hanging out with friends, hanging out with family, you know, doing my thing. But yet, Marty decides to target me. He paid Mass Troll Mafia to target me. He even openly admitted this shit on a live stream. To my face. He openly admitted this shit. Like, do you not realize what's going on here, Tibbs? Or do you just not give a fuck? Or are you so blinded by your own delusions that you can't really see the truth? Do you not see that Marty did all this shit as a setup to isolate me so he can then victimize over and over again? Do you not see that shit? Like, it's funny. You sit there and say that I'm a predator, but yet nothing I do ever shows that I'm a supposed predator. Dude, all I do is work on content, work on music, and hang out with my friends. That's all I have ever done. So, I want to know, where's this supposed proof? Oh wait, that's right, there is no. You have that. You have Anaconda Sin. You have White Bowser. Those are real actors that have been convicted. Minus White Bowser. But White Bowser openly admitted to the shit that he did. Anaconda Sin and Tony were charged and prosecuted. They did actual prison time. Only reason why Tony got let out is because he's disabled. So, those are real ass fucking actively creeps on. I don't actively do that shit, motherfucker. These people approach me. Therefore, your shit about me being up. That is bullshit. And since you talked about being paid to call somebody the N-word before, or paid to do this or that, how do I know that you weren't paid off by the trolls to have Wings 007 come, who I've been exposed as to be an adult before he got away with what he did? So tell me Tibbs, how do I know that you weren't paid off? How do I know that you weren't paid off to do that shit? You can't be on both sides. You can't have your cake and eat it at the same time. You know, when I told you everything that went down, I was telling you the goddamn fucking truth. Marty did set me up to isolate me. He did set me up to do all that shit. But yet, according to you, I'm a fucking sat there and blackmailed me into it. You blackmailed me into it. Not to mention, you lied about not recording. When I asked you straight up, are you recording, you said no. And you lied to me about that. And then you sat there and did all this shit. For what reason? For what reason? It's funny. You say that I exposed Wings 007 as a grown-ass adult before he could even get anything out. And you want the real monsters, the real... How about looking at Master Mafia, whose daughter she sent a photo of to me when all that dumb shit went down. That right there are the real monsters, not me. People like Master Mafia are the real sickos, the real evil ones. I mean, what kind of grown-ass adult uses a photo of their own kid to illegally entrap somebody for views, for clicks, to isolate them? That ain't normal. That's some shit. I mean, good God. And I do agree with you, though. If these trolls really want to go after real-ass bad guys, okay, fine. But get the police involved ahead of time. They had no reason to go after me. Before Marty started coming at me, I was minding my own goddamn motherfucking business, bro. I was minding my own motherfucking business, not bothering nobody. And if you don't believe me, you're more than welcome to reach out to me, and I can show you my original Facebook where I was doing great. I was living a normal life before Marty and them stepped in and started picking it up. I could easily show you proof that I was living a normal life before Marty stepped in. I was living a perfectly normal life, dude. So Tibbetts, get your facts straight first. You delusional little... Get all your facts straight first. Don't you find it funny, Tibbetts, how expect me to take responsibility for my actions, but yet every time I have said that I fucked up, or that I did something wrong, or whatever, and I let it go and I try to move on, but yet nobody wants to let me? And don't you find it also kind of weird how nobody else wants to take responsibility for what they did? Haven't you noticed how nobody's holding Music Biz Marty, or William Glory Hole, or N-Word Boy, or Master Mafia responsible for their actions? Their actions damn near ruined my fucking life, dude. Their actions almost ruined my life permanently. So, tell me how it's fair that I'm held accountable for my actions, or my supposed actions, but yet no one wants to hold them accountable for their actions. Somebody needs to hold them responsible. I mean, you talk about being this stand-up guy, but yet you're not holding them accountable for what they did. Sounds kind of fishy to me, Tibbs. Sounds real fishy to me. You want to sit there and hold me accountable for what I did, or supposedly did, or the shit that I fell for, but yet you don't want to hold them accountable for what they did? Sounds to me like you're siding with them. I mean, it sounds to me like you're siding with the very thing that you claim to be against. You claim to not be a troll, but yet it sounds to me like you're siding with those weirdos. And besides, Tibbs, if you want N-word boy, because like I said, if you want to reach out to me, you're more than welcome to. Because I have all the evidence and all the proof I need to expose N-word boy. I can send you everything showing that I have all of his alternative YouTube accounts. I have all of his Facebooks. I have his girlfriend's Facebook to send and show you that this dude really is a fucking creeper. This dude really is a So like I said, Tibbs, at Music Biz Marty, William Glory Hole, N-word boy, Mastro Mafia. Why don't you go there and ask them, why did they set me up? Why did they do what they did? Because the whole... That's not an excuse. That's no excuse for what they did. That bears no fruit in the eyes of the courts. What do you think the courts are going to say if they went to... What do you think the judge or the jury is going to say if they went to court? They're going to claim it as illegal entrapment. Which means I will be cleared of everything. And by the way, Tibbs, while we're talking about this whole thing and how you knew about Wings of Redemption, let's talk about this. Let's talk about how you blackmailed me into calling myself. Why don't we talk about that? Why don't we talk about how you sat there and not only lied about not recording, but also sat there and blackmailed me and said that if I did not admit to being a that you were going to help my dad and his wife sue me. Why don't we talk about that? I mean, it's funny. You call YouTube a cesspool, but yet you yourself are on YouTube. Therefore, you yourself are a hypocrite. You literally sit there and call YouTube a cesspool of degenerates, but yet you're still on YouTube. The only reason why I'm still on YouTube is because I have no choice in the matter right now because of William Glory Hole and N-word boy and Marty and all them reporting me to every other platform that I try to do good on. Every time I try to escape, they pull me back in. Every time I try to get away from the troll community and start fresh and start over and start new and start to do better, what happens? They report me and I get shut down. That's the only reason why I'm on YouTube, because I don't really have a choice. So I said and decided to make the best of what I got. But you're not in that situation, man. You can get up and walk away from that platform anytime you want. So if you ask me, Tibbs, sounds to me like you're the degenerate. Sounds to me like you're the hypocrite. Like I said, Tibbs, that whole thing with Wings 007 is the exact same thing that Music Biz Marty and them did. Only I caught on to Wings. Marty drew me in. And then illegally entrapped me. When you don't have police involved, that is called illegal entrapment. Which means nothing that went on can be held against me. So that Marty could sit there and isolate me from my friends and family so he can have his way with me. He has no care at all for anyone else's life. He don't care about anybody else but him damn self. He did that shit because he wanted to give back to me because I turned him down when he made a pass at me. So how am I at fault? Because quite frankly, you got your shit with me all mixed up, boy. Learn your facts. Because clearly you ain't got all your facts straight. Like I said, man, you want to call somebody Tony, White Bowser, Anacondason, Music Biz Marty, William Goyle, N-Word Boy, The Real Life, Master Mafia, the and order her damn self. Not me.